Hi guys, welcome to the E4 only rating climb, where we are climbing today from 500 to 550. Let's give this game a cheeky little bot and get white so we can be a bit more instructive, focusing on E4. Okay, there we go. So I hope you're all well, guys. We're up against a German guy. I've seen the last guy at this rating range played this weird thing. Just to take the center. You know, I'm going to push and take the center, because if I take there, they just put 2 pawns in the middle, and it's a little bit uncomfortable. So I'm going to reinforce in the center as a sort of default reaction to anything like this. And now that is just a free pawn, but there's also this. It's almost like fool's mate, isn't it? If they hadn't played this pawn move, it's just like fool's mate. So, yeah. We might win very quickly here, guys. So there's this check, but they block. We don't want to allow them to block, because not so much the pawn, but it gives them a little cubby hole for the king. The king currently has barely any squares. So this threatens this. It's just mate. So let's see if we can get a cheeky little pawn mate. So if this, they go back. With this. That was a very quick pre-move. So do we throw in the check, or do we just take the free queen? This guy, he loves a pre-move. I mean, a little check. Or do we check with the pawn? Not clear to me. Let's check with the pawn. Completely clamp on their position. And then we should probably bring like another piece. So this threatens checkmate here. So takes. I mean, it's almost worth just sacking. I mean, they could have taken that and then reinforced by the knight. So here, I mean, there's just get the queen, shove it in there. And there should be a mate coming up. Although, if this... actually, my queen is almost trapped. If this, I've not got a mate. So maybe I try and just open the king up further. Okay, so this guy's still... this guy has more time than what he started with. He started with 3 minutes, and it's 3 plus 2. So he's gained 2 seconds through this whole process. But it's not just about time. This guy's neglected every other aspect. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's just trying to be instructive. This is, so to beat people at this rate, I mean, come on. This is actually insulting to the... it's insulting to the 500s. Like, they don't all play like this. This is really, like, really bad. So if this, is that just checkmate? Not quite. King's got this square. And if this, again, they've got this square. Should be checkmate in 2. We go like that. We want to get the queen involved. In fact, this might be a very sexy little checkmate. Promote another queen, and it'll be all chopped off, but then king takes, but then we get this. Yeah, there's going to be some sort of mate with these pawns coming up the board. Okay, respect to this guy. Now he's starting to think. Down 31 points in material, he deems it now the time to start thinking about his position and trying to resolve some slight issues here. By the way, guys, these guys get their points back at the end of this series. I just tell chess.com this was like an instructional series. Yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to this guy, but this is bad even for a 500. Yeah, he just wasn't thinking. He was just pre-moving every move. Maybe he's a bit tilted. And now I think he... All right, no mercy for this guy. He's now timing. He's timing out, isn't he? He's actually timing out. Well, guys, you can use this time to like and subscribe. Yeah. Just let's go back. Okay, he resigned. Okay. Game abandoned. All right, let's forget about that guy. It was just a bit rude, really. Pre-moving and then timing out. Not a vibe. So we're gonna try and get into another game. So it's e4. So we're gonna try to play as much simple down the center e4 e5 stuff in this series, and try and help people at this rating range. So this is exactly how Nelson the bot would play, going after this pawn. So we can just develop a piece, defend the center. And they're going after this. So I can go like that, hit the queen. And if they pivot back here, trying to maintain the scholar's mate threat, I can just develop another piece and then hit the queen and threaten this. If here, I've seen this before where they try and kick your knight, really going for this square. So if this here with the pawn, I can maybe play like that just to cover the pawn. But let's cover this square. Okay. And now they stop me hitting the queen. That's a good move. That's a really good move by this German 600. So we're going to get a bishop out, line up here. In fact, you know, bishop would have probably been better just reinforcing this knight. Knight's a little bit weak right now. But we castled. We're out the opening. This guy's developed two pieces as white. And king's still in the center, so yeah, but there is a lot of pressure on this knight. I'm going to have to retreat and just deal with this issue. So I'd love to move. Someone just roasted me in the comments for saying pivot too much. So I'm just going to pivot this knight over. But if that, then they actually check here. Am I going to lose the scholar's mate, guys? I'm getting a little bit scared, not going to lie. This knight's not got any prospects, so I'm just going to develop another piece. If you're a bit scared, just try and get some pieces out. Block up your opponent's lines, specifically these two lines of attack. We're going to ram our bishop in there and negate this threat, this ongoing pressure. Bosh. And yeah, we get double pawns, but they're doubled in the center, and we're going to facilitate like this pawn break in the center. So now if is this a move? This is often a cheeky little tactic, guys, to win a pawn. Obviously the bishop actually stops it now, but if takes and they take, then we win the piece. Actually, they could have thrown in this in-between move. But no, this wouldn't have worked. But just looking out for that tactic. Let's just centralize our knight. Hit the queen. Hit the bishop. We're just trying to clarify things because there's a bit of pressure. We have used a bit of time just trying to navigate that scholar's mate attack. Yeah, I bet it catches a lot of people out with that at this level. So if takes, looks pretty good. They're eyeing this pawn though. So if this to protect the pawn, maybe. Let's try that. Maybe we jump in, take this pawn. Yeah, I thought they might do that. So if here, they can take my pawn with check, but I don't think it's leading to anything. I could even sack a knight here for 2 pawns and just crunch things open. Yeah, I didn't see what this did. It doesn't do anything, right? If here, is there any more checks? That's my only question. No, and the knight doesn't have any prospects of checks in the future. So I'm going to lift the king up a little bit just to protect these pawns and protect this square here. Just in case the bishop ever comes, it's nice to have a bit of extra protection. That was my thinking. 48 seconds. We're going to need to start speeding up. Yeah, so at this level, still some very valiant attacks, guys, that you're going to have to see off. But yeah, like I was saying last video, if they seem... if you're playing like sub 1000 and they're playing, people at this range can play good chess for like 10, 20 moves, but you just got to bide your time. wait for a mistake and it will come. So this. Whoops, that was a misclick. I don't think it affects anything. No, it's fine. It's a good misclick actually, because now we're threatening this, attacking the queen. Bosh, bosh, and that just wins. I'm pretty sure. This knight is a little bit loose on this square, but it's sort of threatening as well. Okay, so they're sacking a knight. Still not got any checks. I just want to take pieces off the board, guys. We've got 20 seconds. Have they got any checks? No. They've got takes, but my queen covers, right? Just trying to stabilize. This whole game I've just been trying to stabilize. They've been very aggressive. So just respecting my opponent here. Every level you gotta respect your opponent, guys. You won't get anywhere if you're cocky and stuff. Oh, we might actually lose this on time, you know. So we're hitting the rook. We pivot back. Pivot. I'm assuming they're going to hit my knight here. I'm going to go here, hit my knight. I'm going to slide back. No? Okay, we're going to go back anyway. And then try and maybe trade queens like this. Or hit their queen. Their queen doesn't have many squares to go to. We'll pre-move that in case the knight wants to take. We're up a fair few points. Take this way. Just going on instinct now, guys. This could get a bit sketchy now. Okay, they do take that, but we've got this covered. I'm just going to shove my queen in their queen's face, and we're starting to catch them up on time. I'm a bit scared about if rook takes. Is that fine? That's fine. Okay. Oh, just gotta move. Just gotta move. Oh god, we're not getting mated, am I? Oh. I'm getting mated. I know I'm bad under time, guys, but yeah, with 16 seconds left. He sacked the rook. I mean, this wasn't a great move, but what do? I think I've got to go like this. Try and trade queens and then check here. It's honestly just very scary. Let's analyze this game. Yeah, respect. Like, this guy, big attacking player. I mean, he's obviously got some flaws in other aspects of his game to be at this rating. Here at 600. But in terms of his attacking, he was very aggressive. Sacked some pieces. Yeah, and I was talking a lot, like, and at this point here, I mean, I was up so much material, and then he sacked his rook. Oh, but then that was the bad. Yeah, this was always looking scary because there was checks and there was probably unlimited checks leading to a draw, and then this move was awful. I had to get my queen in, I think. Oh, and that looked lovely, actually, yeah. Knight there to disconnect the rook and queen. Not allowing them to synergize. But, guys, it's the second time I've lost against a 500. It's no joke, this level. Like, still some serious games in amongst some ridiculous ones. The E5, let's go. Yeah. It's a funny old world, guys. We'll hit this pawn. They're reinforcing. Yeah, and the other thing, I can't seem to sort of, like, even though I'm really trying to show respect to my opponents and try and play the best moves, it's sort of hard. I don't know. Sounds like an excuse, but yeah. keep trying to respect the opponents. Play the best moves. Come on. So this is pinned. So attack the pinned piece, maybe? Or develop another piece. If this, we just take. So let's try and bait them into this fork. Wash, take. If they take, we take the queen. In fact, let's just pre-move this. Because the knight's going there regardless. Yeah. Alright, I maybe that was maybe a slight oversight on my part, guys. In full business speech. It's oh no, we lose the rook. Starting to get a little bit hungry. Maybe that's affecting my game, but I do this. We try and set up a check to win the queen. If this wins the bishop, they're up 16 points in material though, so a little bit of an issue here. Okay, so we take the queen, but it's still not enough. We can give them isolated pawns, but that's still not enough. We're just down too much material. They're just threatening mate. This. Give the king somewhere to run. Down 15. Oh no, we've literally just lost. I think this is going to be titled "Don't Play Chess When You're Hungry." I've been recording videos all morning. I thought I'm a bit tired, but I probably can get away with some 500 level chess, but I really can't. Just shows, guys. Eat, sleep. Yeah. Like and subscribe.